Cloud?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
We are meeting after how many days?
We met before the vacation started.
After almost a month, I believe. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes,
I,
ma'am.
I have some issue with my video today. I won't be able to switch it on, but I hope you're able to hear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
First, before I start my lecture, I would like to know the presenters for the SLE and the assignment. What did I decide? I know I have 26 to 50 roll numbers under me. So I want the groups and I want the topic.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, this is Ghazal. Ma'am, all the groups have been made, but ma'am, the topics of only 2 groups have been decided yet.
So that's what I'm saying. Who decided that topic?
Yes, ma'am, I'll tell you. Just give me 1 second.
I want the groups. First group is roll number from 26 to.
No, ma'am, we decided now that we will make our own groups. We'll have
Okay.
one boy in each group, and you agree to that.
Okay. So
So-
yeah, so which is the first group?
Ma'am, group number 1 is Aarti, Vidhi, Jayashri, Ambika, and Priyanka.
Where is one boy in that?
Ma'am, that one group doesn't have a boy. Rest all groups have boys because we have limited number of boys. That
I
is
think
why.
someone had some issue. Who was that boy who had some issue regarding the grouping?
Yeah, ma'am, Drishtan.
Who?
Drishtan, ma'am.
Yeah, have you got a group
Yeah, ma'am. Short, yes, ma'am.
sorted?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am, the topic for group number 1 is not decided.
The other the other group.
Ma'am, group number 2 is Hamza, myself, Ghazal, Saloni, Thadani, and Priya Tagreja. So our topic is creativity and problem solving.
You have to take any one. You can't take two. These are two topics. You take either creativity or you take problem solving.
Okay, ma'am.
So decide.
Ma'am, right now?
Yes,
Okay,
because I want
ma'am.
to finalize today. I'm not going to drag this because coming Saturday, I'm going to have the presentations.
Okay, ma'am, we'll take creativity.
Okay. So which other group is left with no topic?
Ma'am, only group 2 and group 4 have a topic and total number of groups are 6. So 4 groups don't have a topic.
Yeah, so you have taken creativity, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Which is the other group?
Ma'am,
Group number one, group number one.
Ma'am, group number 1 don't have any topic. The group
Yeah,
number
so
1.
group number one will take, I'll give the topic. Just give me a minute. Can someone show me the syllabus? Can someone show me the syllabus? Share the syllabus. I am sure I'm talking to the class.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just share it 1 minute.
That time you will share or share with the.
Ma'am, can you see it?
No, I can't.
Uh,
Yes, now I can see. 1 minute, huh? Yes. Can you
Just
show
a
me
minute. Yes, ma'am. I'll just.
Someone had asked for multicultural. Which group had asked for multicultural?
Ma'am, actually, our group is only taking multicultural education. Group number 1.
So group number 1 has already.
Ma'am, we were confused with the topic. We were deciding.
Can someone mute themselves?
Ma'am, I'm muted.
Yeah. Tell me.
So, ma'am, we were confused between doing metacognition and multiculturalism education. So
Vidhi, you have gone much ahead. Before pedagogy comes the topics. Yes. Yes, Ambika.
Yes, ma'am. So we were confused between metacognition and multicultural education. So I guess we finalized on multicultural education.
You finalized, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So group 1 is doing multicultural. So you will start next Saturday. Next Saturday is what date?
Ma'am, 31st.
Yeah, so you will start on for 31st. Show me the topic. Vidhi, you're going where? I don't understand. You're going much up, Vidhi. Yes, go down.
Ma'am, next Saturday is 7th August. This Saturday is 31st July. So we have to present on 7th
So
August.
this Saturday you will present.
Ma'am, actually in our group,
Unit 3 and Unit 4, I want Vidhi. Unit 4 and Unit 5, yes. Yes, you're doing multicultural education, 5 dimensions and implications, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead. This Saturday will be your presentation. Next, group 2 has already taken creativity. In that, what are you going to do? You're going to, I'm talking about Unit 5, those who are taking reflective, critical, creativity, problem solving and metacognition. You all have to, please jot down, you all have to start with concept. You all will have to start with significance. You all will have to talk about the process and the educational implications of each. Ambika,
Yes, ma'am.
I hope the topic is clear. You're going to talk about meaning of multicultural education, the 5 dimensions given by James Bank
Yes, ma'am.
and implications.
Yes, ma'am.
Group 1 is finalized. Please write down the date this Saturday.
Ma'am, can you repeat it? Sorry. Concept, significance, and
Process and educational implication.
thank you, ma'am.
Yes. This Saturday, the timetable is already made, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When is the internship starting?
For now, we have not been given any dates. Ideally, it
So
would-
Monday, please take Monday. I'll request Meenakshi ma'am to give me 2 lectures.
ma'am, this Saturday, 31st, we have Mandeep ma'am's lecture from 10 to 12.
I said this week's timetable is already decided. Listen what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
This Saturday timetable is already put up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I said Monday will be, which date is Monday?
Monday, 2nd August.
Yeah, 2nd August, multicultural education. Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
group 1. Group 2,
Yes, ma'am.
what have you taken? Creativity, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so when, which date?
Ma'am, any date will be
Saturday. Saturday,
next Saturday.
yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Write down the date. You all will WhatsApp me this, huh?
Yes,
Not in the group personally. Who will WhatsApp me? Group 1, their names, roll number, and the topic.
Ma'am, I'll WhatsApp you for group 1.
I want all together. I don't want one.
Yeah, ma'am, I'll send you all.
All I want, all groups.
Okay.
ma'am.
So
next
group 2 is
Saturday-
done.
Ma'am, next Saturday is 7th August. So group 2 will do it.
Yes,
on-
7th August, you will have your presentation.
Okay, ma'am.
Next,
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, group number 3 is Shashikant, Prachi, Apurva, and Priya. No topic.
reflective thinking.
Okay.
Reflective thinking. So you will do meaning, process, and educational implication.
Ma'am, group number 4 has taken reflective and critical thinking.
These are 2 separate topics. Why you all are not understanding?
Ghazal, we are taking critical thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Group number 3 will take reflective thinking.
Okay, ma'am.
Group 4,
Ma'am, Damini, Shamin, Rajesh, and Shweta. So critical
Yep.
thinking.
okay, they've got right.
Yes, ma'am.
Creativity, who's taking?
Ma'am, group number 2, creativity.
Yes, so we have finished 4 groups.
Yes, ma'am.
Group number 5.
Ma'am, group number 5 is Krisha, Avanti, Harshvardhan, and Rumi. And their topic is evolving roles of teacher.
No, I don't want unit 6. I don't want unit 6. Hello. Hello.
Group number 5 is Krisha, Avanti, Harshvardhan, Rumi.
So they will take problem solving.
Okay, ma'am.
And last group 6 will take metacognition.
Okay, ma'am.
I want you all to include activities. It should be participative. It should be dialogue based. It shouldn't be that you're reading from PPTs, and you all will submit your PPT as well as handouts as assignments for that. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
The group will send me their notes first, get approved, and then go ahead. Without that, you all are not going to go ahead. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So now the first group is doing on 2nd. The second group is doing on 7th. When is Monday?
And then 9th August.
Yes. So 9th August, the third group. When is again Thursday? What date is Thursday?
12th August.
Yeah, so that will fourth group, right?
Yes.
Then next week, next Tuesday,
16th August. 16th August.
yes, Tuesday will be 16th
No, no, no.
August.
No, 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 no. 17th August. Sorry.
17 August will be which group?
Group number 5.
Group number 5. And then next Friday will be the same week. Friday is what date? Hello, students.
Yes, ma'am. Now we are looking at the calendar.
Please check the calendar.
On Saturday, you asked, no?
No, I said Friday.
Oh, sorry. That will be 20th August. The 17th and then 20th August.
Yes, so that will be the last presentation. I don't understand why only Vidhi gives me an answer. What about the other students in the class? All these notes are available online. Easily you will get. So the unit 5 will be your SLE. Okay. Along with unit 4C.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear to all of you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Group 1, which is the date of presentation?
2nd August.
2nd August.
Group 2,
7th August.
group 3,
9th August.
group 4,
12th August.
group 5,
17th August.
group 6.
20th August.
What?
20th August.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Vidhi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can we start with our lectures?
Yes, ma'am.
Till what time is the lecture?
Ma'am, 10:55.
10:55. Okay. I have a question to you all before I begin the class. What comprises of a classroom? What type of students comprises in a classroom?
So, ma'am, there are, intelligent, average, below average.
These are students or these are abilities?
Abilities, ma'am.
So I'm asking what type of students do we have in class? What type of learners do we have in class?
Ma'am, some are quiet, some are naughty.
Some are what?
Naughty.
Naughty. Some are, who's that speaking?
I'm Shweta.
Okay. Some are
Ma'am.
quiet, some are naughty. Okay. What else?
Fast
Some are
learners.
active,
Huh?
some are active in
Some are,
class.
okay, some are active. Okay. What else? Now these were the qualities and traits that you're giving me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Earlier,
ma'am.
someone said on the basis of ability. Next, you all gave me the students comprising in the class on the basis of traits. What else? What else is there in the classroom? What type of learners are there in the classroom?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
visual learners.
Okay, very good. Visual learners. What else?
learners from
Audio-visual.
Okay, okay. एक visual है तो दूसरा audio visual होगा. Okay.
different backgrounds. I mean, diverse culture.
Yes, students coming from various background, that is various diverse cultures. Very good. What else?
Ma'am, auditory learners. Some who like to only listen.
Auditory learners. Okay. If I ask y'all, what type of learners are y'all individually? Asmin,
Yes, ma'am.
what type of a learner are you?
Ma'am, I would say a very active learner, but I love to learn when things are like practical and not only like listening to someone speak all the time.
So your
But I don't know how
hands-on
to categorize
experience.
this. Yeah,
So
correct.
hands-on experience, you're a
Yes.
learner. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. ma'am.
Okay. So now since you all are matured students and when now you all will be going for your lessons, am I right?
Yes.
You'll
Yes,
be
ma'am.
giving your lessons.
Yes,
And you'll
ma'am.
be facing a variety of students, or I can say diversity is existing in the classroom. Right? As we discussed, we have students with various abilities. We have students with various traits and qualities. We have students with different, I would say that learning styles you were talking about. Asfia, you gave me an answer for the learning styles, that we have students with different learning styles. Someone said visual, someone said audio visual. Am I right? What other type of learners are there in the class? You all gave me ability, you all gave me traits, you all gave me learning, the styles. What comprises of a classroom?
Ma'am, there could be differently able learners.
Okay, you saw the syllabus.
No, ma'am.
Okay, differently able learners, what do you mean? Can you elaborate?
Differently able learners would include those who have dyslexia or dyscalculia.
Learning disabilities.
Yes, yes.
Okay, very good. So we have students who are slow learners. Can we say that?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we say that we have students who, she just mentioned the word differently able learners.
Ma'am, slow learners would be not, I don't know, it might not be an appropriate term because everyone learns at a different place. And
Yes,
different
yes.
pace.
But there is a category of students who are slow learners.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Can you just recall one movie which had a revolution in the education system?
Tare Zameen Par.
Tare Zameen Par.
Very good. Tare Zameen Pe. What was that movie all about?
It's about differently able learners, ma'am.
Was it about differently able learners, or it was focusing on one learner type?
Focusing on one learner.
Yes. What was that problem that was discussed in that movie?
Ma'am, dyslexia.
dyslexia, dyscalculia. I think that child had various issues. Why do you feel that different students have different ways of learning and different styles of learning? Why do you think they have that? We all have one nose, we have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth, 32 teeth, right? 32 or 34?
32.
32. Okay. So we have all these features so much in common. But why that we are all different learners? What is the reason that we are different learners?
Ma'am, the cognitive factor plays a role. We might not be, it equal the IQ as we talk about. Not everybody might be same, and also the external factors also play a role. The socio-cultural background.
That's cognitive. What do you mean by cognitive?
By cognitive, I mean the mental abilities of the child.
And the brain development.
Yes, you're right. But we all have one type of brain. We have the this matter. We have the white matter. We are born with a common type of brain, Am I right? The structure, everything is same.
Yes, ma'am.
What makes it different?
Ma'am, it could be genetics. Yes, the
Genetics, very good. What else?
Environment.
Environmental factors.
Yeah, environmental
Okay.
factors.
Environmental
Social factors.
Learning experience.
Learning experience, okay.
Also, the interest of the child.
Okay. We are going not with the topic that we want to go on. These are all the external factors that you're talking about. I'm talking about the child, the individual. Someone said genetics. What do you mean that because of the genetics, we are different learners? What do you mean by that?
Because, ma'am, we have different, the gene composition for each and every individual is different based on their heredity.
Okay. So do you feel hereditary and environment plays an important role when we talk about different learners, differently able learners?
Not completely, but yeah, definitely to a certain extent, they do play a role.
Who comes first, hereditary or environment? What is important?
Hereditary.
Yeah.
There is always a debate going on, hereditary versus environment. Can you tell me something more about it?
Ma'am, there's one more perspective, that is biopsychosocial perspective. When we consider our brain memory functioning and about our interests and different learning experiences, all three perspectives play a very important role, because nowadays it's not only the biological factors and the environmental factors, but also the social factors that are also playing a role.
So you mean to say now, in other than IQ, we have other cues adding to it?
Yes, other than IQ, there is EQ, there is SQ.
Yes. So these play an important role in the learning styles of the child?
Yes, ma'am. I believe into it.
Okay. Now you told me that a classroom comprises of diversity. We have learners who come from various different diverse cultural background, social background. You all told me that we all have something common, but yet we are genetically different. Am I right? Did you all say that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and also the environment is different. If you see, the home environment plays a very important role. And in education system, we always say that we should have a positive, healthy, conducive learning environment. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
I think the environment should be such which promotes learning among the students.
Okay, like what? Example?
And helps them to learn. So,
ma'am, parents should be supportive.
Okay, parents will do everything for the child. The projects are done by the child, parents. So, such type of support are you asking?
Oh, ma'am. Emotionally, if a student is going through something, so then parents should understand and help him or her.
But when both the parents are only fighting, what environment they are giving to the child?
Yes, ma'am. All these things like parents should understand that not to fight in front of kids or not to misbehave in front of them.
Okay. See, usually whenever I have attended many seminars or anything, workshops, or they always say that a teacher should address to the needs of the child or an individual child. Have you heard about this?
Yes.
Addressing the needs, diversity,
Yes.
diverse needs of the child. What do you mean by addressing diverse needs of the child?
So probably
listen, students. I hope you all know that 5 marks are allotted for participation in class. So I can only see Ambika, I can see only Anupama, I can see Avanti. These students replying. I have 50 students in my class. From there, I have only 5 students who are replying. The
Ma'am,
others,
even I answered, Shweta.
okay, Shweta, I'm sorry, even you answered. I mean to say 7 to 8 students. What about my other students? Am I talking French? Are the questions so difficult that you're not able to be a part of the discussion? See, I'm not going to remind this in all my classes. I will just observe, and when you do your presentation or whatever you do, please remember that I'll be evaluating on this also. So what was my question to you all?
The diverse needs of the student.
How we have, what did I say?
What do we exactly mean by addressing needs?
Diverse needs of the students.
Yeah, what do you mean by diverse needs of the students? Addressing the diverse needs of the students. What do you mean?
ma'am, that would be basically where the educator is taking into consideration the interests of a child or the interest, the abilities that they have. So and one more thing, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Ma'am, can we say that supposing depends if the person is from parents are going through a divorce, so that person, the child's need is, it's an emotional need for them. So at that time, the teacher is behaving with the child in a certain manner where she sees that the child is already emotionally very unstable. So she keeps that in mind.
Yes, Pooja, this is one of the, I can say, the emotional aspect. But in a classroom, the teacher can't do all these things. Can a teacher do in a classroom of 40 and 50?
No, ma'am. That's not possible.
Be very practical and think of Indian situation in Indian classrooms. What is the capacity of the student in the classroom? 40, 45, 50, 55, sometimes 60.
60.
Right?
Yes.
How is a teacher going to address the needs of these learners in the classroom when the classroom is of 50? What is the alternate way that now you were students, even I was a student, but during our times, we never had these concepts, coming up. It was far more behind, which was talked in a room or it discussed as individual topics. Now it's something which is common and everyone has accepted that each individual is different. Each learner is different. The teacher should not label the child. All these things we have learned, right? So how will a teacher address to these needs, diverse needs? What is the alternative that a teacher? Now, when you were in class, you would have liked some teacher in one subject or the teacher in other subject. Why? Why do you think you like that teacher?
Ma'am, probably because the one teacher taught something differently, like a history, something differently, or a maths, which is a very boring subject, something differently in a different way.
Can we say that she addressed to the needs of the students, therefore you were able to do it? She addressed your needs, and there may be many other students following in the same category, and therefore she addressed it, keeping in mind the majority.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So a teacher in a classroom needs to understand that there are diverse learners There are diversity in learning styles. There is diversity in preferences. So what can a teacher do to address these diversities? There is differentiated instructions, the term in psychology, which we call differentiated instruction, where the teacher is responsible or it gives a response to these diverse needs by using differentiated instruction. Like, as you said, you told me that there are students with different abilities, average, below average, above average, but what does the majority of the classroom comprise of? Average students. If you see the bell shaped curve, very few come in the above average and very few come in below average, but the majority comes in the average. So what will a teacher do? How will she plan a class while teaching, keeping the majority in the mind?
Yes.
Yes. So she will be addressing the average, but she cannot at the same time neglect the below and the above average. So what is she supposed to do?
And she should give more time to them to understand.
How is that possible in a class of 60? Who's that? Reshma?
Yes.
Yes. How is that possible in a classroom?
Ma'am, as you say, ma'am, we can neglect or we can ignore, but we can make sure that they also can understand in their easy way.
But they are above average and they are below average. How are you going to address their needs?
Ma'am, can I say?
Who's that?
Ma'am Shweta.
Yes.
Ma'am, we can ask questions that is from, first we can ask simple questions which student can answer, which is below average, then medium level questions, and then we can go to complex. So we can fulfill all the three criteria.
Very good. Very good. What else? Dinaz, you raised your hand. Yes, you may answer.
Yes, ma'am. What I was saying is the teacher could give different kinds of assessments or assignments to different students of different.
Very good. So the evaluation assessment pattern would be different for different students.
It might vary a bit.
Yes, yes, you're right. But do you feel the teacher does that in a classroom? Now take your example. Take your example, okay? Now you'll be going for the first time in the class. You don't know your class. After a few days giving lessons in the same class, you come to know that this class wants more of visual things. They enjoy more of activity. I think all children enjoy activity. What do you feel?
Yes, ma'am. They need that hands-on experience to understand a certain concept.
Yes, but you see in the classroom, there are students who are very vocal, who are extroverts, and there are students who are very introverts. What about them? How will a teacher include them in the classroom learning?
Maybe by conducting
a very good example, but sorry, 1 minute. A very good example is in my own classroom. I have students who speak in my classes, and there are students who are passive, like Hamid will never open his mouth. There are my special boys who will not open their mouth. There are special girls who will only open their mouth when they feel privileged, when ma'am will take my name. I will speak, otherwise I will not speak. So that's happening in my class, right? But you all are scared about your marks, therefore you all participate. Am I right? Am I right? It's the fact. Hello?
No, ma'am. No,
I don't think so. You all are interested, therefore you answer. Because you want to answer, you feel okay, now lecture hai, kuch bolna hai. Some are extroverts who say that I need to talk, I cannot keep quiet. Without that, I can't learn. There are students, I want to be silent, therefore I learn. But you see the paradigm, there has been a paradigm shift in the education system. No more the teacher is the focus, but the child is the focus now. Okay. So Janet.
Yes, ma'am. I was just answering.
Yes, Janet, you may share your experience.
So ma'am, for the introverts, like we can tell them to participate in some activities or role play. We can contact them as a teacher. We got to know some information about them, like what are their interests after teaching for few days, and then we can take that initiative of conducting some activities where we can get together and where they get the opportunity to speak up as it's a part of the activity.
So you mean to say that teacher is responsible for 3 areas, that is content, process and product. Do you feel that? When I
Yes.
say content, what is learned? When I say process, how the content is taught? And when I say product, how the learning is observed and evaluated. Do you feel all these three things are important in the classroom? And
Yes,
the
ma'am.
teacher is responsible for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you feel a teacher is responsible?
Because okay, go ahead.
Okay, Janet says.
Because as a teacher, it's our job to teach them, and with the authority, with the power of teaching, this all things come with us without even saying.
But how many teachers realize that?
Very few, I think.
See, now y'all are new. You will go for your jobs next year and you will see that you're so enthusiastic, you're so energetic. After a year or so, even you will become with that, what you say, the herd mentality, right? That ठीक है ना यार, आज कुछ भी पढ़ा लूंगी, आज कुछ भी कर लूंगी. Why is that so? Why does a teacher forget all those things after a few years?
Ma'am, because sometimes when you're delivering your ideas, you tend to get pulled down by the system of that particular institute. So, no one accepts your ideas. No one is ready to
but who are others? Who are others to accept? Who is your main objective in classroom?
The students.
So whom do you have to cater to?
The students.
Then why you have to think about others?
Ma'am, lack of interest by students.
Lack of interest by teacher.
No, ma'am. As in, we are teaching students, and they like every time you try to make interesting while teaching, the students don't show some interest, and that may develop this.
Yes, even I have in my class. Can't you see a live example in my class?
Yes.
Those who are interested are answering. Those who are not interested are not answering. And one need to understand, every time you cannot develop, it's difficult for you to think about various activities and all. But yes, there is always that you can try.
Ma'am, if a teacher thinks that it is just a job, then this would happen. But if it is a passion to teach students, so I don't think that, the passion will fade away.
How many of you all are passionate in class? All 44 may not be passionate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
some may
yes.
have come because of some, you can say that majboori, ke kuch nahi mila to chalo teaching mein. Some comes for the opportunities or the benefits that are there in teaching profession, that you get a vacation, a paid vacation, and many other things. Out of 44 in my class, can you just analyze and assume how many are passionate teachers? You know your peers by now. You finished your first semester. Yes. If you're not passionate, can you become a passionate teacher?
No.
Huh?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now you're listening to all these objectives, specification, lesson planning, methodologies, maxims, then correlation. You'll be coming across so many new things, or you may be aware, but you may not be knowing so much in depth. Now I'll be teaching you about differentiated instruction as a topic, where how a teacher can address to the various diverse needs of the class students, keeping in mind the learning styles and the preferences. So you're learning something different. So we can become passionate teachers, though we are not. Right? So in my next class, I'll be dealing with the concept of differentiated instruction, what it is, the components are, what are the benefits, and we'll go ahead with that. I hope today's topic you've understood what I was trying to address.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so we talked about the background about the classroom. We said, what does a classroom comprise of? It comprises of students, but we have students coming, as you all only told me, ability, traits, cultural background, preferences, then many other things that a child comes to a classroom. And a teacher has a classroom with so many diversity in the class. So how is she going to address? So the answer to that is differentiated instruction. We are going to understand what is differentiated instruction. We are going to understand what is the process. We are going to understand the content, the product, the evaluation system, the significance, and what are the different strategies that come under differentiated instruction. Okay. And who are differently able learners? Why are they called differently able learners? What are the learning disabilities that are different children facing, and how a teacher can cater to that disabilities? So in my next class, I'll be dealing with that topic. Any questions that you all have? Anything, Azmina, you wanted to answer something there?
Actually, for the previous question that you had asked about the attitude of the teachers when they think that acha aaj kuch bhi padha lenge to chalega. So I think some teachers might think in their mind that okay, they know the content and they know their children, so they do not need to be, they need not follow the
Need
syllabus.
not plan. See, plan
need
doesn't, students, when I say plan, doesn't mean that you make a lesson plan. You understand what I'm saying? Plan means you think about how are you going to start your class? What other aids are you going to use in class? What are you going to make the students participative in class? I'm talking about an overall planning. I'm not saying that you go and after 5 years also you're sitting and making lesson plans. No, I'm not talking about that. But there has to be some outline before you go to class. Yes. Till now, it's almost 17 to 18 years I'm in this field. But I have to plan. Without that, I can't function. Plan in the sense, today I'm going to have discussion. Today I'm going to do this. Today I'm going to make them watch this. I'm going to ask this. So I need to have an overall plan for my class. Past few days, I've been just thinking, how am I going to start? What should I do? Then these questions came to my mind. Why not have a practical understanding of the actual classroom and what is required? So that's how I'm talking about planning. Planning not necessary, but there are some schools who expect you to give your plans to the principal and go to class. Please don't forget that. Any questions you all have?
Ma'am, I just want to clear one doubt. Like, means you told me, ma'am, for differently able students, like some colleges, schools providing extra time and means like a writer to them. So these are the you're talking about, ma'am?
Yeah, these are facilities given to the child.
Okay.
These are facilities.
Okay, ma'am.
This is not what the teacher's teaching. Teaching differently abled is different strategies that you use.
Okay, that you will tell, ma'am.
Yes, that we'll be discussing in our class.
Because, ma'am, I have faced one in junior college, one different label, because her mother only, his mother only, she was the writer only appointed by college, and she was very she was also attending the lectures with me, and she was very difficult because to understand the 11th standard, because she has done already in her time. So for her son, she always attend the lecture, and after the lecture also she comes to in the department and understand what I have to write about that content. So these are the opportunity also given by college also.
So these are facilities.
Okay, these are
these are facilities, but there is a rule that your relative cannot be your writer.
Okay.
This was wrong, which the college followed.
Ma'am, I have seen this. That's why I just want
No,
to share
that's what
with
I'm
you.
saying. There
Yes.
cannot be, you cannot appoint the writer from your relative or your friend circle. It has to be someone outsider.
Outsider or less than that, like.
Yes, less
Yes, okay.
educated than that person who's writing that.
Okay.
But should be able to write with correct spelling and should be able to write what the person is saying.
Okay.
In our B.Ed, we had a student teacher who was blind.
Yes.
And she did a B.Ed. With Normala, therefore comes the inclusive education.
So great.
Okay.
Yes.
So I hope I've made the concept clear and we'll understand more in detail about differentiated instructions.
Yes, sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Differentiated instructions comes in when a teacher needs to address diversity in classroom. And it is the teacher's response to the diverse needs of the students, and therefore differentiated instruction concept comes in. Was it so boring, today's lecture?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, it was interesting.
Not at all, ma'am.
What about the boys? Is Hamid there in class? Is Shashikant there
Yes,
in
ma'am.
class?
I'm
Is
there.
Jeffin
I'm
there
so
in
sorry,
class?
ma'am.
Is Jeffin there in class?
Yes, ma'am.
Then do you feel that I should take your names? Then only you all will be a part in my class.
Ma'am, I had a network issue in between, so I just got disconnected.
Hamid, you always have that. It's only that when you do social media, you have no issues. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Next time, if my boys do not open the start the discussion or be a part of the discussion, please assume from 5 you will get 0. I'm sorry that I'm using this mark system over here, because without that, I don't think so you understand English. I think it's time up. Or still time? Is it time up?
Time is up.
So in our next class, we deal with whatever we have discussed further, going ahead and understanding in depth what is in differentiated instruction. Okay, students, thank you so much.
Thank you,
ma'am.
Thank you, Ambika. I
Thank you,
received
ma'am.
your
Thank you,
message.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
Good morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right, let us begin with our paper of educational management. And in the evening, I will be posting the self-learning material, which is to be prepared, self-learning topic prepared by students from roll number 26 to 50. Roll number 1 to 25, Manisha ma'am will give you an assignment and she will give you SLE also. And roll numbers 26 to 50, I will be giving you all an assignment and an SLE. So today evening, I will be posting the SLE for roll numbers 26 to 50. You all have to again work in groups. I have made the groupings also and the topics, a quick revision of the instructions regarding the SLE to be submitted to me. This will be related to the last unit 6 of your course of educational management, because it is fully factual and the material also, the content is also readily available on the net. Now, of course, everything is available, but still if you all face any difficulty while researching and preparing it, you all can always contact me and I'll be helping you all. You all will have to submit the SLE in the form of a website and you all will be using Google Sites for it. Should I show you all a sample of it?
Yes, ma'am, the whole
Yes,
class
ma'am.
will have to make.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It is on BTTC Shiksha, or that is not accessible to you all, but as a teacher, I can access that. But I'll show you all the samples of it. The topic is the same because I feel that is the easiest topic. Of course, the other topics are also easy, but since it is more factual and quite easy, I felt the topic should be given to you all to do it as an SLE. As far as the assignment goes for roll numbers 26 to 50, when we cover the topic of when we cover the topic of crisis management, where I had told you all each roll number will be given a particular crisis and you all will have to develop a plan for it. So that itself will be helping you all for your university and the class test, because it is usually asked for a 10-mark question, illustrate the steps of crisis management or how would you handle a crisis as a leader. So that requires you all to give an example. So that example also will be ready with you all, and roll numbers 26 to 50 will be submitting that as a assignment to me. Plus, when we cover the topic of timetable also, you all will be submitting, you all will be framing a timetable and submitting that to me. All right, it has opened up. I'll just share the screen with you all. Yeah, as far as I can remember, most of the things are there on this. You all can go through it and see which ones are there for your syllabus. Okay, these are the websites the students had prepared in groups of the earlier batch. Okay, so you all will have a home page where who are there and what did each one contribute. You all can write something about yourself also. So they have written about themselves and the contribution to that particular website. They have introduced the topic. There are other sub-points in that particular topic. So you all can see that they have made it. In that Excel sheet, I'll be sharing the Excel sheet with you all. I think so. I have mentioned the sub point. I'll just check it again once before sharing it with you all. So all the sub points are written over here. This is one of the website created by one group. All right, this is SSC board. Again, here you all can decide as a group what would you all like to put about yourself on the website. Some have put their photographs also, and they have written their roll number and qualification and the contribution they have done for the website. Okay, so this again is in their home page. They have written about SSC. Okay, so but for about us, they have written their each contribution and who are the members in the group, and these are the other sub points in that particular topic. Y'all can be as creative as y'all can. This is the ICSE board. Okay, this is not being shown. Yeah, this is the CBSE board. So if you all can see here again in the home, they have written down this. And in about us, they have written about the CBSE board. What is it all about? Vision, mission, the different sub points, and they have given the heading or the tab as personal details. So that depends on the group members how they would like to do it. And one more, I will show you all the last one, the IB board. Okay, let's see the home page. They have given a catchy title, who has done what for this particular topic. These are the sub points in there, the different tabs they have made that. Okay.
Ma'am, there is one question.
Yes.
For making a website, I saw that in all the 3 websites, they have used SSL certificate. So how they got this SSL certificate, ma'am?
Yeah, first let me give you all the topic. Once you all start researching and you all decide who will be doing what among yourself, I
Yes,
will
ma'am.
be telling you all how to do that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
Are there any other questions related to the assignment and the SLE? Okay, I assume the silence as no queries or
Just
no
one
questions.
question. Are these websites also for the previous roll numbers which you're not assigning the assignment to? Do we have to?
No, because you all will be anyways doing the crisis plan. The whole class, all my bachas will be doing the crisis plan, and all the bachas will be drafting a timetable and academic calendar in groups. So you all still have something extra to do. That is why these websites will be allotted, or the website creation will be allotted as SLE to roll numbers 26 to 50.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Because Manisha ma'am will also give you all some topics for SLE. So your hands will be full.
Great.
But of course, if you all are making, I am again telling you all, please start working on your portfolio. It requires time, And these are the times where you all will be sharing your portfolio link, the website link in your resume. So if it is not, how would I say, if you all have not put in efforts and if you all have not showcased your best, the resumes, the schools, they do go through it and they decide based on your pedagogy and the other details which you all have put in your resume. And before your interview or after your interview, some of the schools, they do go through your portfolio link. They open up the link and see what you all have learned and how you all have developed as a teacher in these 2 years. So try working, start working on your portfolio. Please do it. And that also would be an assignment or an SLE in your SEM 3. So that requires time. Put in your time, manage your time, and start working on your portfolio. Okay. Are there any more questions related to the assignment and the SLE? All right, I assume the silence as no queries. So let us start with a topic. I repeat again, I will be using different games and different methods with you all. You all are graduates and postgraduates. Therefore, probably you all may find the games as a bit childish, and these games are all educational games which will help you all to make your practice teaching lessons more interesting. You all are here with us to learn the pedagogy because already you all know you all are the masters or the bachelors in the particular content. So that is why B.Ed as such does not touch upon the content much. We had given you all some periods for content enrichment where we had asked you all to brush up on your content. We are here to help you all to learn how to deliver the content in an interesting and an effective manner. So you all will have to play the games with me. Okay. You all will log into Nearpod. This is the code join.nearpod.com, and this is the code. I'll wait for 2 minutes so that maximum number of you all can join in. Okay, I'll copy paste this and put in the chat also, so that those who are facing a bit of network or an unstable network can join in. All right. Nearpod code. Okay. All right. This is a game called as word chop. I have chopped the words into 3 halves. Okay. I'll write it down. So you all will have to join in 3 different boxes, 3 different grids over here and form a word. Put the word in the chat if you all are able to do that. I have graduates and postgraduates. That's why I have chopped the words into 3 halves. A single word into 3 halves. If your students ask, yes, correct, Saloni. One is academic. All right. I'm waiting for other words also. Yes, Aarti, calendar. Correct. Yes, Dinas, calendar. Yes, Guinea, timetable. So now you all have identified the topic which we are going to discuss today. Capable. Capable is not a word over here. CAPA. Where is PA in any of the grid? Suchi, you all will have to make the word only from the grids which are in front of you. Yes, you all have identified the topic, academic calendar and timetable. We are going to understand more about these two topics. I have 22 students who have joined in the Nearpod. Request the others also to please join the Nearpod. There is something in the chat. Came. Okay. Yes, that's also a word, but I told you there you all will have to join 3 grids because I have learned people in front of me. That's why the words were chopped into 3. So you all will have to combine 3 grids to form a word. And Nagraj came is only 2 words, CAME, that is 2 grids you have joined. So these instructions you all will have to give to your students. All right. Let us move ahead since you all have identified the topic. Okay, there's something in the chat. Yes, Avanti, academic. Yes. So this is a topic we are discussing from Unit 5, that is Educational Administration. And we are taking the first A part of it and trying to understand what is an academic calendar and what is a timetable. Because as teachers, y'all will have to frame timetables or y'all will have to interpret the different types of timetable which are there. Once you all are experienced enough, probably the schools might give you the responsibility of constructing the timetable or making the academic calendar. That is why we need to understand what is these two terms all about. All right, observe these two images in front of you. I'll just wait for probably 30 seconds so that you all observe the images. Image 1 and image 2 is there. I request other students also to join the Nearpod. I have only 26 with me. Okay. Yes, you all will have to answer whether this is a true or false type of question. Image 1 is the school timetable. Okay. Okay, please respond. Yes. All right. Hamid responds to the question. Others also responds. All right. Image 1. Recall the images which you all had observed in the previous slide. Image 1, is it the school timetable? All right. I'll wait for a few seconds more so that other students also can reply because I am getting a mixed response over here. All right. If you see, I have 65% of y'all who have given the correct answer. All right. 20% of y'all who have given an incorrect answer and 6% have given no answer. All right. So let us go back and just observe the images again. If you see here, this particular image 1 is depicting the months of a particular year and they have written down something that will happen in that particular month. So if you are planning your activities, school activities for the whole year, and it is depicted in a document, that document is called as an academic calendar. And if you observe image 2, yes, the headings are missing here. A particular class should have been written, say class 7A or whatever is the class. And if you see, it's on a weekly basis that the subjects are written. And so this is a timetable for a particular class that we are displaying on the slide. So I'm sure you all must have understood, or rather we have touched upon what is a academic calendar and what is a timetable. First, we will now understand in detail what is an academic calendar. So before that, I want you all to answer this. What, according to you, is an academic calendar? I request other students also, those who have not joined the Nearpod, please join it and give me your responses. All right, I'll wait for the answers. Schedule for the entire academic year. Good. Year plan. It has been planned, general school activities. All right. Okay. Yes.
Ma'am, I've continued. It's basically that are common over all the classes that are there in the entire school. So it's not
Correct.
specific to one standard.
Correct. Correct. Okay, portion of an academic year, the time which, okay, let me read the answer. The time during which an educational institution holds classes. True, true, correct. Okay, I'll wait for a few other responses. Day-to-day activity plan. Yes, academic calendar does depict day-to-day, but it is not that much in detail. If you all compare a timetable with an academic calendar, day-to-day activity plans will be more reflected in a timetable rather than an academic calendar. Yes, we'll have a sort of plan for the entire academic year. Contains holidays, activities planned for the year. Very true, Pratiksha. Planning for the whole year. Yes, Shweta. List of all the dates in accordance to the academic year, including holidays. Yes, yes. A plan that is made for all the students and staff members. Very true, real. Yes, it is applicable for the students and the staff members both. A calendar which has activities scheduled for the entire year, like holidays, exams. Yes, those are also a part of your academic calendar. Curricular and extracurricular activities. Very true. Correct. A chart showing all the activities, including exam dates and various other events which will be conducted throughout the year. Okay, so I need not actually tell you all what is academic calendar. Planning before presenting timetable and year plan. True. Okay, two of you all have mentioned about the year plan. Please tell me now in the Zoom chat, who will prepare an academic calendar and who will prepare a year plan. Meanwhile, I'll read few more responses which you all have given. Schedule of the events, correct? Detailed plan or schedule for the entire year. Yes, schedule of the event. All right. I'm waiting for the response in the chat. Who will prepare an academic calendar and who prepares a year plan? Academic calendar, just write AC. Okay. And year plan YP is prepared by management. Okay. UGC. All right. All right. I have varied responses here. Okay. Principal, I assume Vidhi must have tried to tell the principal along with the faculty members will prepare the academic calendar. All right. All staff, including principal and HOD and teacher timetable. Okay. Teacher timetable, we are going to see that later on when we discuss about timetable. Year plan is prepared by staff. Very true, Vidhi. Yes. Your principal, your plan prepared by staff. Okay, Priyanka has written teachers and principal will prepare academic calendar. Correct, correct. Academic calendar, only teacher does not prepare. But yes, teachers are a part of that. A committee may be assigned by the school to prepare it, including subject teachers and administrators. Yes, all the teachers will give inputs for the academic calendar, but yes, you can depute a committee to prepare the academic timetable. So the academic calendar. So that committee will take inputs from the principal. It will take inputs from the different teachers, the HODs, the administrators, and they will prepare the academic calendar. Teacher and principal, yes. Year plan is prepared by the staff member, correct. Principal prepares the academic calendar. All right. So I have the responses in the chat, which most of y'all are on the right track, where y'all told that the academic calendar is prepared by the principal and the administrative and the teaching staff all together. But it may happen in a particular institution. There might be a committee or there might be the teacher in charges who will collect this information and collect the inputs from the different stakeholders and prepare the academic calendar. Whereas the year plan, we will be doing year plan in semester 3. You all also will be preparing the year plan, which will carry marks. Year plans are prepared by the teacher, an individual teacher. So I as a teacher will be preparing a year plan that will give me or I will be planning what I will teach or what I will share in a particular month uh, and what will be happening in a particular month in relation to a academic calendar. An academic calendar is prepared for the whole school. Schools usually have those many subjects which are common throughout, and they also have the different co-curricular activities where this is common for majority of the classes. But you can have an academic calendar for a particular course also. For example, in our college, we are offering B.Ed, we are offering MA education, we are offering early childhood education. So probably as an institution, I may have an academic calendar for these different courses. A different academic calendar might be prepared. And as an institution, I may also decide that I will have a common academic calendar, which will have, suppose say for the month of February, the B.Ed class or the B.Ed course, I may write down online classes may take place or they will be going for internship, or if there is a co-curricular activity being planned for the B.Ed class. It becomes a bit complicated if you have a common academic calendar for all the courses in higher education especially. So we try to prepare different academic calendars for the different courses that we are offering. But at a school level, if you see, there will be a common academic calendar for all the classes or for the full school as a whole, because the subjects are almost same and the subjects are not mentioned as such in the academic calendar. So it is mentioned that these co-curricular activities will be held in a particular month. These are the holidays which are there in a particular month. If there are exams or if there are assignments or if there are SLEs or if there is something else, terminal exams, unit tests, or they have the CCA, that is the continuous comprehensive evaluation. So those are reflected in the timetable. Major events which are taking place in a particular school, those are reflected in the academic calendar. And the academic calendar gives a comprehensive view of the different curricular and the co-curricular activities which are being planned in the particular school. So it is planned for the whole year, for the whole academic year, the calendar is planned. Yes, there might be some deviations from the planning, like probably the academic calendar, which was planned for the academic year 1920 may not have been followed exactly as it is because of the pandemic and all, and probably other things which might happen. So, but every educational institution does prepare an academic calendar. So now we have understood what is a academic calendar. An academic calendar basically are systems, or they are documents where you define or you showcase your landmark dates, and which will guide you for your day-to-day activities, curricular as well as co-curricular as well as extracurricular of that particular academic institution. So the academic calendar might reflect, they also will reflect the admission dates, the examination dates, the cutoff dates, everything might be there. So it depends on the institution how detailed the academic calendar is to be prepared. But overall, if you see, an academic calendar will have all the things that you all have mentioned over here. Schedule of events, curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular, everything. Your examination dates, your holidays, etc., etc. So let us move further. We have seen the meaning of academic calendar. It's nothing but a schedule. So I will request, let me request Hafsa to please read what is there on the slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Academic calendar is a schedule of all of the events that occurs in an academic year. These events may include examination dates, spring break or reading week, and the last day of the semester. Academic calendars and the date included can be presented at the semester level or as a part of an academic year-long calendar.
Yes, thank you. So you can see that academic calendar can be prepared semester-wise, or it can be prepared for the whole year. Usually when you see an academic calendar, it is prepared yearly for the particular academic year, indicating the start date of each semester and the end date of each semester. So that we will be seeing in detail how to prepare an academic calendar. So let us see why academic calendar is important. All right. So there are 11 points, and I will be using an activity called as the buzz session. Buzz. So how many of y'all are there on the platform? I have how many
45.
students with me? How many of y'all are there? 46.
45.
45.
So excluding me, y'all are 45.
Yes,
And 45 students divided by 11. How much it is?
4.
Around 4.
4 and something.
Around 4 or 5 in a group. All right. So make the groups according to the roll numbers. Suppose if roll number 1 to 4, one of y'all is absent, the next roll number will join. Okay, can I have the breakout rooms? Who's the host?
Ma'am, I'm
Sorry. Yes, Ambika. Just create breakout rooms. How many rooms will be created? 11.
11 breakout.
And join the breakout rooms according to your roll number.
Ma'am, I should rename the rooms, or room number 1 to room number 11 is okay?
Yeah, room number 1 to 11.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm opening all the rooms.
I'll just copy paste the points, and I'll tell you all what is to be done. Okay, breakout rooms are open, plus do not join. Give me a moment so that I'll give you all instructions. Okay, there are 11 points which I have put in the chat. Now, what will you all do? In an offline class, of course, when you all are doing these group discussions, you all will, that buzz will be created because all of you all are discussing, and that sound is called as the buzzing sound. So these are called as buzz sessions, or these are also called as group discussions. So you all will, like, room number 1 will take up point number 1, room number 2 point number 2, so on and so forth. You all will be discussing that point. Why is academic calendar important in an academic institution? And y'all, I'll give y'all only 5 minutes. Just discuss it down and write it down in the chat, the points of discussion. So y'all can join your breakout rooms, and I'll also come in each room and see. All right, 5 minutes. It's already 11:43. Request the other students also to join your respective breakout rooms. I'll just give you all 5 minutes for this. We still have 30 unassigned students. Please join your breakout rooms. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm not able to join. I am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Same here.
Yes, ma'am.
Why can't you all join? Just let me check. Ambika? Okay, Ambika also has joined some room. Let me see. I'll go to room number 7. Ambika is there in that room because she's the host.
So who's having problem in us in joining the room? Yes, is anyone having problem in joining the room? Because Raju ma'am told me you all have problem. Usha, Krupa.
No, I think they're all absent.
सारे रूम पर वाले एब्सेंट है, ओ भाई। ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है यार, मैम ने बोला था
मैम
अगर कोई
वापस इधर क्यों आ गए?
अगर
अमित रिकॉर्डिंग चालू है।
नहीं तो ठीक है ना, मैंने कुछ बुरा थोड़ी बोला अभी तक। मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है कि रूम 4 में कोई हो नहीं सकता। मतलब अभी अपने में असीरा नहीं थी तो सलोनी हम लोग में आ गए रूम 2 से, तो ऐसा शिफ्ट होंगे ना, तो 5 तो होने ही
हाँ,
होने
रूम
हैं।
4 में कोई ना कोई होना ही चाहिए था।
चलो रूम 4 का टॉपिक भी हम ले लेते, बेटर मैनेजमेंट।
It'll help us to better wrap up our lessons and better complete syllabus
Yeah.
and better plan our vacations.
Yes, we'll add that word better before every word.
मतलब वो 11 पॉइंट्स में सारा कुछ वेकेशन प्लानिंग के लिए यूज करना है।
Yes, that's important. Like हमको याद दिलाना है कि हमारा वेकेशन जो था बहुत छोटा था, बड़ा वेकेशन चाहिए और वापस वेकेशन चाहिए।
हाँ प्लीज जल्दी।
कैसे जल्दी मिलेगा सलोनी? लाइक अभी तो हम लोग का स्टार्ट भी नहीं हुआ है, मतलब पढ़ाई कुछ भी लाइक।
अभी मतलब सितंबर में आएगा ना गणपति का।
सितंबर, वो भी गणपति का 10 दिन का वेकेशन नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि इस बार 10 दिन का गणपति नहीं होगा, स्टिल इट्स लॉकडाउन। तो मिलेगा कि नहीं, 1 दिन का शायद से मिले, 1 या 2 दिन का।
बस
Sorry, even I got logged out. We can close the breakout rooms now. Ambika is there with us in the main session. I doubt so.
No, ma'am,
Okay,
she's
she's
still in
not
the
there.
breakout room.
Yeah, she's not there. I'll put in the chat. Okay, Ambika, I think is in room number 7. Yeah. Okay. So we'll wait for all our students to join back in the main session. Okay. All right. I think majority of you all have come back in the main session. Yes, since I also got logged out, I missed out on the chat, and it's already 11:59 now. So we'll continue this why the academic calendar is important, and how does academic calendar help in the smooth functioning of an academic institution. We'll take up these points in the next class, and I would love to hear you all out what discussion you all had in your respective rooms. Please remember in which room number you all were in, so that we can have your inputs, and those points are quite easy, and I'm sure you all must have had a healthy discussion. So we'll stop here for the day today. You all have a break now, lunch break? No.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Oh, ma'am, we have our SBC now.
Yeah, you all have your SDC. All the best to everyone. Please utilize whatever you all are developing, the skill, or you all are developing how to deliver the content in an effective manner. And since I think this online probably may go up for maybe 1 month or 2 months more, try to utilize whatever you all are learning. If you all remember, application objective have to be achieved, and we also expect that the application objective we will be achieving, and it will be only when you all do it. So apply the knowledge and understanding what you all are getting in your day to day and in a new situation wherever you are in. Keep your smile intact on your face, and I love my smiling students, and love you all. Thank you. I
Ma'am.
leave.
Ma'am, one doubt.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
I'm stopping this recording now.
Yes.
For SDC, we'll have to start another recording.
Yes.